One of the most common questions I get is how can I attract a US-based audience for higher RPM? Well, I decided to bring you an answer to this question in the form of a trending niche that primarily targets the US audience. Just take a look at this channel B-Ball Explained. They launched their first video just 2 months ago, and in that short time, they've managed to post an impressive 66 videos and gain over 56,000 subscribers. If you dig into their content, you'll notice that a bunch of their videos are pulling in hundreds of thousands of views, which is a strong signal that this niche has real audience demand. Even their most recent videos are pulling in some impressive numbers. If you're wondering what they're doing, the channel's simply explaining intriguing historical facts about basketball using very simple explainer-style videos. I'm sure you already know that the primary audience for this sport is the US, and with the typical duration of these videos lasting anywhere from 25 minutes to close to 40 minutes, the RPM on this niche is insane. The best part about all this is that the niche has very little competition right now, so there's no better time to start than now. In case you're curious about monetization, this is how you can check it. I typically recommend using 2 tools because YouTube changes things all the time, so one or more of these tools may not be updated to give you the right results. The tools I personally use are NextLev and YouTube Monetization Checker. Both are available for free on the Chrome Web Store. All you have to do is install them. Once you're done, refresh the channel page and you'll see NextLev's monetization status here. For YouTube Monetization Checker, you need to select this extension icon and hit this Check This Channel button. Then wait a few seconds and you'll know whether the channel is monetized or not. As you can see, this channel is completely monetized. So the only other thing you need to think about is how to create this style of video. No need to worry if you know nothing about basketball. I'm going to show you how you can use AI to do most of the heavy lifting. We'll cover everything from coming up with intriguing topics to crafting scripts that keep viewers glued to the screen. Then, we'll move on to creating voiceovers and follow that with the best ways to grab images for this style of video. Once that's done, we'll end with a short course on editing this style of video. Guys, this video is going to require a number of prompts, so I've put them inside a Google Doc file, which you can find in the prompts channel of my Discord server. Simply look for the title Basketball Explained, and the Google Doc should be attached to that card. You can find the link to the Discord in the description of this video. Also, these prompts and research typically take a while to put together, so I'd appreciate a like if you find this video helpful. It doesn't cost you anything, but it really helps me out and keeps me motivated to continue dropping more tutorials like this. To give you a quick glimpse of what we're about to create in this video, check out this short demo I made using the exact same strategy I'm about to walk you through.
Pre-Russell. In 1946, the Basketball Association of America launches with 11 teams, mostly clustered in hockey arenas that convert their hardwood floors over sheets of ice. Scoring stagnates early. Without a shot clock, possessions routinely drag past a full minute, and some teams hold the ball for entire quarters to preserve narrow leads. League attendance hovers below 4,000 per game.
Before we dive in, I want to quickly share a few things I'm working on that you might find helpful. First, I've launched a YouTube membership where members will get early access to trending niches that I break down like this one. Also, some viewers have mentioned that my videos move a bit too fast to follow. To help with that, I'm now offering the raw, uncut footage from key parts of my tutorials, in addition to professional thumbnail prompts, available exclusively to members on the Growth Hack membership tier. Second, I'm opening up 2 mentorship options for those who want to tap into my knowledge and experience and fast-track their Faceless YouTube channels. One is a group mentorship, and the other is one-on-one coaching with me. These aren't live yet, but I'll make an announcement as soon as they're ready to go. Now let's get back to the video. The first step is to find topics for this niche. Feel free to come up with some unique topic ideas, but if you need help brainstorming, AI can simplify the process. Head over to the Google Doc I mentioned earlier and look for this prompt. Copy everything under it and open your preferred text generator. This one depends on your personal preference, so you can go with Grok, DeepSeek, Qwen, or any other AI text generator that you prefer. But I'm old-fashioned like that, so I'm going to be using ChatGPT. So paste the prompt inside your chosen text generator and make changes in these 2 places. You're simply going to specify the number of topics that you want the AI to generate. So remove this first placeholder and replace it with your chosen number. I'll go with 20. Then scroll down to this second placeholder and repeat the same number. No need to change anything else. Simply hit enter and wait for the AI to provide some topics for you. Now, if you take a look at the topics, they all include the duration for the video. This isn't a problem, but you'd need to change it based on the final duration of your video. So you can choose whichever one you prefer, or simply regenerate for a fresh new batch of topics. Now that you have a topic, it's time to create your script. But before that, there's one thing you need to know. Videos from the channel we're modeling typically have a duration ranging anywhere from 25 to 40 minutes. This works in your favor as it means more ad revenue. However, most AI text generators cannot create scripts this long at once, so we need to use a different strategy. First, we're going to create an outline for the topic and then generate the script based on that outline. Simple as that. So go to our trusty Google Doc and look for this outline heading. Copy everything under it and paste it inside ChatGPT or whichever text generator you're using. This one is quite simple. Scroll to this part of the prompt and you'll see this placeholder. Then copy your selected title and replace the placeholder with it. Feel free to remove this part of the title, but it doesn't exactly impact the final outline. In this case, I'm simply going to leave it as it is and hit enter. Wait a few seconds and check out the result. It's given mini headings as well as some key points to better guide the AI when creating the rest of the script. Now that the outline is ready, it's time to use it to create the full script. So go back to the Google Doc and copy this second script prompt. Paste it inside ChatGPT and scroll down to this section. Now you need to make the following changes exactly as I'm going to say. First, you need to add the topic that you selected for the video. So paste it here and then look for the mini headings starting from the first one. Copy and paste it here. You also need to add the bullet points under that heading, so copy and paste them all. The last one is optional, but it can serve a good transition between headings like these. But it's not very necessary, so I'm simply going to delete it and go ahead with generating the first part of the script. The channel we're modeling doesn't include any boring introductions, so as you can see from here, the narration jumps right into the action. Look through and make any necessary changes, but once you're done, you need to repeat this process for the second part of the outline. First, add the topic, and then the heading and bullet points. Hit enter, and the AI will generate that part as well. Now, repeat this till you've covered every other part of the outline. But once you're done, it's time to work on the conclusion. The channel we're modeling uses the same closing statement in each of their videos, so I recommend coming up with your own unique statement. If you still want to use theirs, you can find it in the prompt document. You can use it as it is, or ask ChatGPT, or whichever text generator that you're using to create something unique for you using theirs as a framework. The next step is to generate the voiceover. You can use tools like Speechma or Clipchamp if you want free text-to-speech tools. But 11 Labs is one of the best on the market, so I'll be using it for this demonstration. You need to select a voice, so head over to their voice library, select filters and choose your preferred language. I'll choose English and proceed to the accent. Looks like they've added an African American accent to the list, so I'll select that and choose male for gender. I want a younger voice, so I'll hit that as well and see the results. It looks like no voices have been tagged for that accent yet, so let's change it to American. I'll select any for the age and apply. Go through the voices and choose whichever one you prefer for your channel. 11 Labs interface has changed slightly, so you need to hit this plus icon to add your selected voice. In this case, the plus icon isn't showing since I've already added this particular voice. Now all you have to do is to paste the script and then hit generate. If doesn't sound good enough, you can play around with the settings. I recommend only using a simple sentence for this test to avoid burning through your credits quickly. But once you're done, it's time to find images for the video. You can do this in two ways. The first one is to search for the image you want on Google. Go to Images and look through the results. You can find a bunch of the images you need this way, but there's one huge issue. Most of the images you'll find through Google are copyrighted, so you want to stay away from those. Instead, you need to filter the results for those images that may not have the same issue. Look right below the search bar and you should see this tool's dropdown. Select it, and you'll notice these other menu items are showing. Choose this one that says Usage Rights and check out the options. As you can see, there's this Creative Commons license and commercial and other licenses. Since you want copyright-free images, select the Creative Commons licenses and look through the results. Once you've found an image that you like, select it, and you should see license details here. If you hit that, you'll be presented with the license terms. As you can see, this one says the image is free to use even for commercial purposes, so you can download and use it for your video without worry about facing any charges. This approach works, but there may be cases where the image you're looking for may not be available, or you simply want to bypass all of this hassle. That's where the second approach comes in. Instead of downloading some random image from Google, you can simply use AI to create your own. This is quite simple. Just go to the Google Doc and look for this image's prompt. Paste it inside your text generator and make a few changes. Before you do that, you need to understand that the prompt is structured to generate a specified number of images for each section. Let me show you. Scroll to this section and choose the number of images you want to generate for that section of your script. In this case, I'll choose 10. Go down and replace this with the heading for that particular section. Then copy the text for that section and paste it where you find this section placeholder. Hit enter and wait for the AI to generate the prompts for that section. You can do this for every other section of your script. But once you're done, it's time to generate the images. This part depends on your personal preference, so you can use any image generator you prefer. Free users can use Google's Image FX. All you have to do is paste the prompt and choose the aspect ratio. I'll go with this 4:3 and then hit create. Take a look at these images. The prompts that the AI generated match the image style of that specific year, so you could have different color styles for the images. It even specifies the race of the characters to make things easier. Keep in mind that the AI may not generate good images of specific characters, so I recommend using this approach only for general images, while you use use the first one for images that talk about a recognizable person. Now it's time to move on to editing. But before that, there's one important thing you need to do. Most of the videos from the channel we're modeling start with the images of players or icons that are being featured or listed in the video. So you need to create those images. The first thing you need to do is grab the images of the individual characters or logos being featured for each section of the script. Once you have them, go ahead and open your preferred image editor. I recommend Photoshop if you have it, but you can use Photopea. Simply create a new square aspect ratio document. In this case, I'll make it 1000 by 1000 and hit this button. The background needs to be transparent, so unlock the background layer by hitting this lock icon and also hide it like this. Now select this ellipse tool, and with the color set to black, hold Shift and draw a large circle. Drag and drop your first image inside Photopea and move the layer up if it's being covered. Then choose this ellipse select tool, and while holding the Shift key, draw another circle to cover the part of the player that you want to be visible. Once that's done, hit this mask icon, and as you can see, only that part of the image still remains visible. Now you can hit this select tool, scale and position the image of the player like this. This looks alright, but you can use your own circular frame. Download one from a website like Vecteezy and drop it inside Photopea. Then scale it up or down so that the image fits like this. I recommend moving it above the player's image for a better look. Once everything looks good, you can export it as a PNG. Don't forget to repeat this for all the other images you'll be using at the start of the video. Now it's time to edit the video. This style of video is very easy to edit, so you can even use a simple tool like Canva. But CapCut works perfectly, so I recommend using that. So open it and import all your files, including the voiceover and images. Then drag and drop the voiceover files inside the timeline. If it has long pauses like these, go through and remove them all. To make it easier, keep playing it to ensure that you're removing just enough for the narration to still flow and sound naturally. Once you're done with the cleanup, you need to specify the aspect ratio for the video. So choose 16 by 9 and bring in this white background and stretch it to match the full duration of your video. Next, you need to arrange the images of the players you edited with Photopea. I recommend choosing a specific number for the scale amount. In this case, I'm making it 29%, so each image of a player that you bring in will have the same size. Once that's done, go to Text, grab the default one, and drop it inside the timeline. Then scroll down to Stroke and check that. Feel free to choose the thickness amount and also choose your preferred font. Comic Sans is alright, so I'll go with that one. Finally, change the text to your first heading and hit this button to turn it all caps. Scale down the text and position it like this. The text isn't too clear, so I'll increase the thickness a bit more. This looks alright, so it's time to duplicate it, move it to the next player, and change the text to the appropriate heading. Duplicate again and repeat this till you've added the headings to all of these images. The ones at the top need to come down a bit, so I'll select their headings as well as the images and shift them down to somewhere like this. Now, trim the image and text layers to match up with the narration like this. We want the first player to show at the top, so I'll duplicate that layer as well as the appropriate heading, then select every one of these text and image layers at the beginning and create a compound clip. We want the images of the players to show for just a moment before it zooms into the first one. So move the line here and set a keyframe. Then move forward and scale up the clip, making sure the first player remains fully visible. No need to worry about smoothing out the animation for this style of video. We want the initial image of the first player and heading to last throughout the duration of that section. So stretch it and also create a compound clip. Then drag it to the right and maybe scale it down a bit. Now you can add a text layer for the year and add icons and images according to the flow of the narration. In this case, the narration talks about these 11 teams, so I've downloaded their logos. Where specific images are required, download them from Google or create them with AI and add them to your screen. You can even add text if necessary to make your video more engaging. The rest of the narration is going to be just as simple. Import images and arrange them. Maybe add some text to enhance the narration. Repeat this for every other player, teams, or characters in your specific video. Once you're done arranging these, you need to add background music. You can grab one from YouTube's audio library or your favorite royalty-free platform. Add it to your timeline, decrease the volume, and trim any excess. The video is looking good, so you can now export it at 1080p 2 or 4K resolution. Now, as I said earlier, I'll be making the uncut raw sections of this video available to my Growth Hack members. Thank you, and see you in the next one.